I'm going to give you 3 easy ways to connect with your upper level students, and I'm going to tell you right now. How's it going? I'm Erin from Erin Edutainment, and welcome to another video. If you want to learn more tips and tricks about how to connect with students in the classroom, I encourage you to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Okay, so I wanted to get on here today to talk about ways that you can connect with your upper level students. Now, your upper level students are going to be able to have great communication skills or starting to have good communication skills. And so you will be able to do more interacting with them. And it's very important that you are able to connect with them. But you want to make sure that you're able to get that strong connection and to be able to build rapport with these students because you want them to be coming back every single time to you. These are things that you could use at the beginning of class, like for introductory time. This is something that you can use to build extension throughout the class, depending on what the material is about. And then you can also use these different suggestions for reward systems. So you could use them for any of those ways, and you just kind of deliver them a little bit differently. So I feel with my upper level students, a lot of ways that I am able to connect with students is if I give them the ability to teach me something. We're constantly teaching them something every single class, but how often do they get to teach us something? And these kids have the language to be able to do something like that. So all of these 3 suggestions have to do with them teaching us something. And it's also related to culture. So differences between an American culture and a Chinese culture. So the very first way that you can connect with students is related to food. Food is something that we are all going to eat. Food is something that, depending on different countries and cultures, is going to be different. I would suggest honing in on 3 different types of foods. You have fruits, you have vegetables, and you have candy. So any of those 3 are a winner. And what I mean by that is you can just say, hey, you know what? We have these types of fruits that are very popular in the United States. What fruits are popular in China? And you can use that time to be able to talk about the differences. You can find fruits that are popular in both China and America. So it's a way to build that similarity. Something that I like to do is get out my bag of candy, and I'll often use this as a reward system. For every star, I'll show them a piece of candy and I'll say, look, this is very popular in the United States. Do you have this candy in China? And they will say, oh yes, or no, or whatever the candy is. And they can talk about how it's different, how it's the same, and often kids love candy. And I've even had kids run all over their house trying to find candy that they eat in China and be able to compare with the candy that we have here in the United States. The second suggestion that I have in connecting with upper level students is talking about animals, specifically animal sounds. Did you know that the way that we say animal sounds is different to how people in China say their animal sounds? So you have something called onomatopoeia, and that means that the way that you say the word is how it sounds. So like, how does a dog sound? Woof, woof, woof. Well, the word woof is the sound that you are making for a dog. So I'm going to give you some examples of some differences in animal sounds. And this is just a fun way to connect with students and say, hey, did you know that a way that a rooster makes a sound, the way that we say a rooster sound in the United States is cock-a-doodle-doo? How do you say the sound of a rooster? And I'm going to try to say it. So a rooster goes cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo. And in China, they say goo-goo-yoo-oo. Did I say that right? Goo-goo-yoo, goo-goo-yoo-oo, goo-goo-yoo-oo. Something like that. You don't have to know how they say it in China. You can just tell them how you say it, and then they can say it back to you the way that they do it. Another fun difference in animal sounds is for a dog, like I said, woof, 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 woof. For in China, the way you say a dog sound is wum bum, wum bum, Wumbung. And I probably butchered that really bad, but it's sort of close to that. So talking about different animal sounds, it's just a way to have fun. It's a way to be silly. If you're talking about animals in a certain unit, that's a great time to do it. Or you can just use it as a reward system or for introductions. And then the third way that I would suggest that you can connect with your upper level students is to talk about family. Family especially is important in China, and you live with all of your family. You have your mom and your dad, your siblings, and most of the time your grandparents as well. And you can talk about how that dynamic might be different here in the United States than it is in China. You can talk about pros and cons both ways, and I will often hold pictures of my family to show. Now I have a big picture that I'm going to show for this video. I usually have it on my phone, but I'm using my phone to record this. But when we're talking about our family and they name, their family, I'll say, oh, look, I have my family too. Yes, and then I can talk about my 2 sons or my husband. So those are just 3 ways that you can connect with your upper level students. They have much greater communication than the lower level, so it's a great opportunity to also build their conversational skills, and it also builds confidence in them, because when they are teaching you something about their life and their culture, it is something that helps them build confidence, and it can also help them with their English skills. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope that you do something that makes you happy today. Goodbye. Okay, so I wanted